Today, I want to cover a way that you can potentially drastically increase your profit margin and make quite a bit more money with Shopify Dropshipping. What's going on, y'all? I'm Braden, Wuerch. I'm here to provide insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. All right, guys, so today I want to show you a way that has pretty drastically increased my profit margin, and I make quite a bit more money with my dropshipping stores because of this. So, this is something that a lot of the top Shopify dropshippers do, but a lot of beginners and intermediates don't even think about it. And it's something that, if you went ahead and you had an inventory held store where you actually, have, your own direct supplier and all that, you're going to do that. But with dropshipping, a lot of people don't even think about it. So what this is actually building a relationship with your suppliers in negotiating, better deals, whether that be better shipping, better prices, any of that. So today, I want to cover exactly what I do, how I go about it, because it's not just going ahead and jumping out of the gate and trying to negotiate better stuff. It does take somewhat of a method. And so, this isn't going to work for every product, and it's not going to work for every supplier, but you should absolutely get in the habit of doing this because I found more often than not, you will get some bonuses from suppliers rather than nothing at all. So, definitely get in the habit of doing this. The steps I'm getting ready to show you, don't go ahead and, import your products and then immediately start negotiating with all these suppliers. First, you need to go ahead and establish that they can sell. Pretty much as soon as you find that a product sells, you want to go ahead and do this. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and build a relationship. So like I said, instead of just jumping out of the gates and saying, I'm so-and-so, go ahead and give me better shipping or better prices, go ahead and build a relationship. So, what I would do is I'd reach out to them and say, dear so-and-so, actually have their name. You want it to be personalized. I'm such and such, CEO of, and then your company. And then you want to go ahead and put that, your customers really, really love their products. You look forward to, a good relationship with them in the future. Basically, all it is trying to build, a good relationship with the supplier, and you want to get on their radar. Because, as you start boosting up sales and you start scaling, you will get more and more on their radar. And that's where you can really, really hold a lot of power. But even if you're not selling a lot of times you can go ahead and still negotiate things down. So first thing I want to talk about is negotiating shipping. So this is a big one. For a lot of bigger suppliers, this won't actually change anything. You can try, but a lot of bigger suppliers, they've got their shipping rates locked down. It's hard for them to change those. But I have had a few cases where I've been able to change it. One thing that almost always does happen, and this has especially happened with my two biggest suppliers, is they couldn't give me a better shipping price, but what they did is they prioritize my orders. They still prioritize my orders. So pretty much as soon as I pay for the order, they're already processing it and they get it out very, very quickly compared to how they used to be. It used to be, somewhat of a delayed process, but they get it out immediately and they actually do use pretty good shipping. So, this goes ahead and takes out a lot of the customer service headaches from, the long shipping times because they're helping me out. They're getting the orders out as quickly as possible and they already use pretty good shipping. So, it's at least worth, talking to the supplier about shipping. Next is about price. So, obviously this is a major one. If you can get lower prices, that's the big thing. A lot of times you're not going to be able to do this from the start. The thing is, the more orders you place to them, the more power you have. So, as you scale up, you're going to be able to go ahead and have a little bit more weight. You're going to be able to go ahead and, have more of a say with them essentially. And, I do have it to where a couple of my big suppliers, I place so many orders through them that, they do give me a better price. And that's something that, you really do need to build up consistency and all of that and, keep the relationship. The whole point here is keep a relationship with the suppliers. Keep, messaging them every once in a while, telling them, how your customers are loving the products, all of that. And then that'll lead into number 3, and this is a big one. So this is one that pretty much every time I have control of. So as you know, a lot of AliExpress products are always on discount, and then all of a sudden they'll come off discount and be, like double or triple the price. Well, you don't want to go ahead and do that. That'll completely kill your profit margin. This doesn't happen with every product, but most products have, kind of a always running discount, and then for, a week or so, they'll come off that. So, I've got a VA that, for one of my stores, she goes ahead and alerts me whenever this happens. All I do is pretty much I send a message immediately to my supplier. I still get that long running discount, and I don't have to pay that, because basically I tell them, I'm not going to be able to place these orders, if the price is that price. And so they, I hold so much power with them because I'm placing, the majority of their orders are coming from my store. So, I somewhat hold the power with them. So, that's a big one, is once you go ahead and you build up this consistency, you do hold quite a bit of power, especially when it comes to promotions and discounts and things like that. Kind of an added thing that you're going to be able to do too, especially if you've got a really good supplier and you've been using them for a while, you've got a lot of consistent sales, is you can go ahead and start giving input on new products they can have. So, we always use the sunglass example. So let's say you've got a really good sunglasses supplier, and you've got, 2 products that you sell a ton of through this supplier. And you do, thousands and thousands and thousands of orders through them. You can go ahead and give input because you know what your customers want. You can go ahead and give your input on, hey, my customers want this style to look somewhat like this. A lot of times they'll actually go ahead and try to make something based off of that. It doesn't always happen. I've only had this happen one time, but it paid off quite big. A winning product didn't come out of it, but a decent product did that still sells. So, the thing is here, guys, build a relationship with your suppliers. You would do this if you had, any inventory held store. There's no reason not to do it with drop shipping, and you will get at least some benefit out of it, whether it be a better price, better shipping, always having that long running discount, being able to go ahead and give input for new products. Build a relationship with your supplier. And like I said, don't do this right out of the gate. This is not something that you should focus on immediately. Plus, you need to go ahead and establish who the good suppliers are, what the good products are, everything like that. But pretty much as soon as you find a product selling, you need to go ahead and start doing this. I would say more times than not, I get something out of it, whether it's, they ship the order faster, or I even get better shipping. A couple times I've been able to get a lower price, but pretty much every time I'm going ahead and being able to always have that long running discount rather than having to pay the original price. So, definitely negotiate with your suppliers. This is something that I don't see a lot of people doing or talking about, and it is so, so, so important. This will save you a lot of money, and it'll help your profit margin increase even more. And you'll build a better relationship with them over time. This isn't something immediate, but it is great to have. All right, guys, I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave down in the comments if you've got any questions about suppliers, anything like that. Leave that down in the comments. But keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.